What failure or loss has helped mold the person that you are today?
I've been through two really profound experiences, actually. One was in my marriage, and the other was the loss of my son. But through both of those experiences, I did experience profound love. It was really beautiful. Actually, through that deep pain, I experienced a lot of love.
Welcome back to Frederick Advice Givers, episode 196. So we are in the heart of downtown Frederick, right across the street from my favorite restaurant, Wags. We are at 34 South Market Street at Luna Yoga. With us today is my friend, Cindy Daquino with Luna Yoga. I've tried to have her on for quite a few times now. School was late one day and we had a conflict another day, so I'm thrilled that I finally got you to join us, to sit down at Frederick Advice Givers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming today.
I'm excited to be here.
You're a little nervous.
And a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
We'll
I own that.
We'll have to figure out how, at the end, or have I loosened you up?
Do a check-in, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can dance or something.
We'll dance at the end. Yeah. All right, Cindy, so for our audience that doesn't know you, give us your backstory. Who you are, your origin story.
Yeah, sure. So, well, I grew up in Los Angeles County, actually. I'm from suburb Torrance, near Redondo Beach, okay. And born and raised. And I'm number 5 of 6 kids. I met what was my future husband out there in Redondo Beach, and he's from Hagerstown. Okay. And we got engaged, and I relocated to the East Coast. At that time, I was working for Marriott. I was a sales manager and transferred to Tyson's Corner when we got engaged. That's how I ended up on the East Coast.
Okay.
And slowly migrated to Frederick. We got pregnant like 8 months after our marriage, and which was a bit of a surprise. And settled in Frederick, and I've been here ever since.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been 23 years, actually.
So how many kids do you have?
5 kids.
Age?
I don't think you knew that, actually.
Ranging from?
So our oldest is 23.
Okay.
Our second son, and this is sort of sad, Colin actually passed away 2 years ago. You didn't know that, I know, from a heroin overdose. So he would have been 20. He was 18.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sad. And Connor is 16. And then we have twin girls that are 14. So 3 boys and then a huge surprise twin girls, which was pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
So they're really all great, sweet kids.
So that explains part of the reason why you give back so much and why you do what you do. We're not going to go on that tangent for this podcast with what you do with your local charities, but you do donate a lot of your time and efforts, right?
Yeah, locally. And even before Colin passed away, actually, I had a spiritual awakening about 5 years ago. I mean, I was living a life just, well, it was for my kids, but it was very much about we're going to be busy and do and be and all of that.
Right.
And through an experience, it was very difficult. It really opened my heart space, actually. And through that, I realized that this life was not about us, but about giving and being of service. And it turned my life around, actually. I was involved with Blessings in a Backpack, starting that with Hermine, and SHIP came through some things that I was involved in.
Right.
Yeah, took in a family, lived in our basement, and the kid's about to graduate from college. So really just shift my focus.
So let's talk about Luna. Okay, let's talk about something.
Happy? Let's
talk about something
Raise
happy.
the energy, yeah, sure.
How long have you been around, and why did you choose this location in downtown Frederick?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool story. So I worked, this used to be a Nandashala.
Okay.
So Amy McBride started this 10 years ago, and through her own passion for yoga, and ran it. She owned it for, I think, about 7 years and sold it to a gentleman, Steve and Vanessa Lopez. He and his wife bought it. And I worked here for 5 years at the front desk. So I actually turned to yoga through this this experience that I had, which was really traumatic. And I was like, I must do yoga to heal. And so I started working here at the desk, and for 5 years, I'd come most Wednesdays, and Steve mentioned that he was gonna sell the business. Actually, he said he was gonna close initially, and I was devastated. I'm like, oh, how sad, I've been here 5 years. And prior to that, so that was, I think in April of 2019. In March, I went to this Kundalini yoga event. It was a workshop down in...
What is Kundalini?
Kundalini yoga it's a different form of yoga. It's more of it's a lot of breath work and mantra, and it's really powerful. It opens up the energy along the spine and opens up the chakras. And it's, I mean, like, bam, you feel the effect right away, actually. It's different. I went to this event in March, and that night I dreamt that I was running this studio as a Kundalini yoga studio. Okay, I usually wear all black, but in this dream I was wearing all white. It was very goddessy. I'm like, well, that was really strange. And then a month later, Steve said he was going to close. And for 24 hours, I didn't know anything other than that he was going to close, and I was really sad. I love this space and the people and just the energy. And the next day he said, unless somebody wants to buy it. And I'd never, ever, as soon as he said that, that dream actually downloaded into my body.
Right.
Just like instant knowing. I went home to my boyfriend, Eric, and I said, what do you think? He said, let's talk to him. And at that moment, I knew it was going to happen. And I'd never thought about that. During those 5 years, I was just like, oh, I'm happy. Come to the desk, say hi, go home, whatever. And so it was really pretty amazing experience. So we talked to him, and the whole vision, rebranding it, the way it would look, was just instant.
So not quite a year yet you've been open as Luna?
July. We started July 1st.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so 7 months.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's really...
Yeah, so as we were walking in, your 9:30 class was people were filing in, filling
we've had a lot of new people, and the one thing that I love is that people say to me, they feel the energy shift.
Right.
It's really loving and warm and light and alive, which means a lot to me.
Well, I noticed you said hi to everybody, you knew everybody, you were very welcoming to them.
Yeah, the people, I mean, it's what it's about.
Yeah,
you know, our values are community and connection to spirit and to self. Those are our core values. And I think they trickle down from me to Cindy, our office manager, to all of our teachers, and to the students.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to back it up.
Okay.
Go on a lighter personal level. Cindy, so what's the last purchase that you splurged on for yourself or your family?
Well, actually, the last purchase was a facial, really, for myself to get ready for this interview. I have to admit. And you know, I didn't do that before, and I just started, and it felt good. I was able to relax and just, you know, have some time for myself. Just important. To be quite honest, I mean, running this, it has been a little stressful. I'm not, you know, I mean, running a business, I didn't expect that, which is kind of funny, but I feel like I've aged. And I'm like, I need to go have some makeup done. And
so what hobby or interest, Cindy, could you spend hours doing besides yoga?
Yeah, besides yoga, I mean, I love chanting, actually. Through Kundalini yoga, we do a lot of chanting. And it's a form of meditation, actually. After 11 minutes, it changes your nervous system. So if I'm feeling stressed, just going into a mantra and just repeating it, you know, for those 11 minutes, changes my whole system. So I love to do that. I mean, I'm an avid hiker. I love live music. Actually, something I do want to touch on that you don't know that we do here is it's called Luna After Hours. Because I love to go hear live music. All my kids are in bands. My son was on the Vans Warped Tour for a little while. Anyway, so we have something once a month where we have a band come in our main yoga room, like Saturdays from 8 to 10. It's an acoustic, just a listening experience where it's really intimate. We all just sit down and listen to the music. There's no chatting, and it's actually really very cool.
Awesome.
So I'm excited about that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And that's once a week or
once a month? Once a month, yeah. Usually the first Saturday, trying to get people into the space and do something different. And it's all ages, so kids that can't actually go out to a bar to hear music can come here and hear a lot of local bands.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So Cindy, as a business owner, what's that drive? You know, I know owning a business, it's not 8 hours a day, it's not 9 to 5. You know,
it's 24/7.
24 hours a day.
It's 24/7.
So what's that like drive inside of you? What's your why? What drives you to wake up in the morning and come here every day?
Yeah. So I mean, this is my passion. I mean, really it's really about healing for me. I mean, this is a healing center. We do yoga, but there's many other things that we offer. Even just community and connecting with somebody. We walk out feeling our heart is a little fuller, and we feel like, ooh, we feel good, right? So for me, it's about sharing that with people, having that space, a container where people can come and feel better, feel okay, and know that they're loved, right? Because I think we all feel like, what's wrong with me,
right.
you know? And but coming here, people walk out feeling differently. And it's really about that. It's like healing the world in a way, you know, little baby steps.
Right.
You know, start small and it grows.
It's one day, one moment, one instance
right.
at a time, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is for me.
Awesome.
Sharing, what I love. And I said it early on, I'm like a kid in a candy store. All the things that I love to do, I get to bring here and share it. And that's really cool.
So, being a newer business owner, I'm sure there's one or two things, looking back the 6-7 months, that you would do differently or do different. Which ways, English, different or differently, that you would change.
Yeah.
What is one of those things in the last 6 or 7 months that you would
goodness.
look back on and say, maybe I should have done it this way, or maybe if I could redo it over, I would have done this instead of this?
Gosh, that's tricky. I'm not sure. Ugh. I mean, early on, we had the whole building, the inside painted white because it was really dull and kind of dingy. And that was a process. So during that time, I thought I would have done that differently. It took about a month and a half, and it was while we stayed open for business.
Right.
So I think I would have done that differently, maybe. But I think overall, things have gone really well. I honestly believe, this is going to sound woo-woo-y, but the universe has really got my back. Things just have opened up and just happened, like lined up. So I would say that. We've had a lot of great experiences, actually.
That's great. It's all about karma. Like
It
what
is.
you put out to the universe, you get back,
for
right?
Sure, absolutely. And I do want you to know I'm adding this, but I mean, this is about me facing my fears. It's about showing up and going to my edge, which I like to hide a lot. Just like, no, just stay small. I don't want to do that. But in order to grow, I'm like, okay, I've signed up to face those fears. And the whole studio was part of that.
So Cindy, in the last 3 years, what's a choice you've made that's led you to where you are today?
I think, I started at a nonprofit called On Our Own about 3 years ago. It was my first job after going through a divorce and being at home with my kids.
Right.
And the director there, Eric Wakefield, the first day I sat down, he's like, you need to take up the space in that chair. Like, take it up. I was like, that's a little scary. I think it's that. I think I decided, no one's going to do it for me. Right? We all deserve that, just to own our space. So I would say that. So
Cindy, you were episode 196. I've sat across the microphone from 195 other entrepreneurs and business owners. I love asking questions and learning about people and about business and about ways they could do better or help the community. I want to flip the script and have you ask me a question. Now, I know you're not prepped for this at all. This can be anything you want. Business, personal, family, whatever you want.
Okay, well, what keeps you motivated? I know you seem to be a very happy guy who's involved in a lot of things, right? So what keeps you actually so positive? Yeah.
I don't know about positive. I can be Debbie Downer.
Really?
Every now and then.
Okay.
I would say probably like family, like doing good. Like I want to do good in and around the community. Like Frederick's home to me. Like everything I do is based around Frederick. The podcast here, which is going to be one of the last 3 episodes.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Because we're going to expand Frederick Advice Givers to a different format, but with the Impact Club, with what I do professionally, helping people. You have to stay positive in what I do on a day-to-day basis, which is real estate. Okay.
Right.
So in real estate, you're either delivering phenomenal news to people, or you're delivering really, really, really crappy news. Okay, and you've got to. When you're delivering phenomenal news, it's easy.
It's easy.
Hey, you got the house, you got this, you got that, you're moving, yay!
Right.
When you have to deliver the crappy news, you've got to come across that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be, not that you don't have to have compassion, because you do. Because it is somebody's life that you're dealing with. Hey, we thought we were selling and we're not selling, or we thought we were moving and thought we were getting this house and we're not getting this house. If you come across as, in that instance, as Debbie Downer, then it shows to them that, you know, you don't care, but when you say, okay, this has happened, and we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and you're going to get to hear. It's going to be okay. Yeah. It will be okay. Like I told you before at the pre-interview. Yeah. It will be okay. It'll be fine.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So great question. Yeah, just you know, you've got to be the light for the people, especially in dark times, right?
Yeah.
You know, and beautiful times, it's easy. Right. In dark times, you have to show them the way.
Right.
And if it's just, you know, in my little world, it's really minor, but with people doing major things, it's different, but yes.
Yeah.
All right, Cindy. So last two questions. And you can go any direction here that you want. What failure or loss has helped mold the person that you are today?
I've been through two really profound experiences, actually. One was in my marriage, and the other was the loss of my son. But through both of those experiences, I did experience profound love through the community, actually. It opened up my heart space and just brought people in. What I realized is that I let that wall down through that because there was no other way, right. Actually. And just people were there, and I let them come in, and that was really beautiful. Actually, through that deep pain, I experienced a lot of love. Awesome. And that really changed everything for me.
All right, Cindy, so where do you see yourself in 3 years and in 10 years?
Oh my goodness, 3 and 10. Ooh. Well, you know, Kundalini is really special to me, okay. And I see this studio being a very strong Kundalini yoga studio, actually. And yeah, I think that would be, you know, running this.
So staying here in Frederick?
Staying here, yeah, okay. Staying here. I mean, awesome. In 3 years, in 10 years, that's a different story. I mean, that's long, but I do plan, you know, I've been a mom. My oldest is 23, my youngest are 14, and when they go off to college, you know, I do plan to explore the world a little bit, yeah. Awesome. There's the hope for that.
All right, Cindy, so now's the time to tell us, like, everything you do here, times, where we're located, how they get a hold of you, how they find out more about your classes.
Okay, all right. So this is Luna Yoga at 34 South Market Street in downtown Frederick. We're right off the creek near Flippin' Pizza, across from Hooch and Banter.
And Wags. Don't forget Wags.
Oh, and Wags, of course. I'm so sorry, Wags. And Time Bomb Tattoo.
Nice.
Quite a few things. Our website is lunayogafrederick.com. You can find us there. We have an amazing marketing gal, Allie, who does our marketing. We have our Instagram page, Luna Yoga Frederick, Facebook. Our website is amazing. We offer yoga, Pilates. We do a lot of workshops, actually, a lot of healing. We have a Divine Feminine workshop coming up. We do gong healings. We work with some shamans and do some drumming. It's really about connecting to our soul and who we are, who we came to be.
If somebody wanted just to come in and try a class or try something, could they do that? Or they
of course.
Have to, okay, so yeah, how would they do that?
Yeah, so you can walk in. We're open in the mornings. We have a 6:15 a.m. class and a 9:30. You can come in anytime for those. And then we close and reopen in the evening. Our next class is usually around 5:30 or 5:45. People can come in, they can call us, they can reach out to me. We respond to all of our messages. Usually when someone reaches out to me, I try to find out when they're gonna be here so I can meet them. Right. It's really about connection and yeah, right. Relationships. It's really important to me. Yeah, so welcome, come and check us out. I think you'll find it to be a very welcoming community.
Awesome. Listeners, viewers, Cindy, great job.
Thank you.
So what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, no. Are we still on camera? It's fine. No, it was good. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I really
appreciate it.
So
episode 196, Cindy Daquino, Luna Yoga in downtown Frederick, and we are out.